and welcome to Banter and Chill with your host, Inni Baby. So, we all know that better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and everything has times and season, a time to start and a time to end. Before I start diving into plenty aspire to perspire gist, I'm just low-key trying to let you know that this is the last episode in my 22 lessons series. So if you listen to the introduction, if you listen to the first episode, if you listen to the second episode of my podcast, then you know what is going on here. But if you did not, are you new here? Welcome. Welcome to Banter and Chill. And for my first and second episode, I've been doing a series called 22 Lessons. Basically, I've been sharing 22 things I've learned in my 22 Christmases on Earth. And yeah, I've taken how many have I taken? 8 plus 8 is what? I'm not going to do that math here, please no. Just know that I've taken 8 in the first episode, I took 8 in the next episode, and I'll be taking 7 in this episode to make it 22. So if you're new here, welcome. If you are old, no, you are not old in Jesus' name. If you are, not a first timer, I would like to give you the award for overall best in showing up and overall best in sticking around. I can see that you're the type of person that, probably gives your relationships 200 chances, because you're giving me a lot of chances. And I'm grateful for that. So I'm not trolling you. I'm not trolling you. Thank you. I appreciate it. But so let's get into the last 7 lessons right now. So the first lesson for this episode is just do it. As long as you're not planning to rob a bank or do something that encroaches on someone else's rights or liberty as a human being, as long as it's something that's for you and concerns your own happiness and sanity, just do it. A lot of people are running around as shells of themselves because you find yourself indulging in things that you don't. Basically, you're living a life that is not yours. You're living a life that is scripted for you. So they say you go here, you go, do this, you do. And while that is okay, because sometimes these things can help keep you straight. They could be your moral anchor. If you're not finding genuine happiness in the person you are, it's time to reevaluate, basically. But then on the opposite end of the spectrum is, don't do something that feels forced because everybody is doing it. So, okay, because all your friends smoke, does not mean you should smoke. If it's not your thing, hey, no go put body. If it's not your thing, don't do it. Just as much as possible, make sure in every situation you are in, you're doing those things that make you happy. You're doing what you want, basically. And as I already said, as long as it's not encroaching on someone else's, liberty, and as long as it's not something that you would regret in the long run, then, as I said, just do it. Now, the next tip is for people who work. Find parts of your job that you love and feed that part. It will help boost your happiness while you work. And for people who are in school as well, because I was once a student, so I know. Find parts of school you enjoy. If it's friends, feed into your friendships. Hold on to them. For work now, if maybe the part of your job you like, there's this particular part of me, I work in customer support. So what part of my job do I even like? Hey, okay. On days when the work is not very hectic, I do like that I'm able to provide solutions for people and I'm able to help customers, make their user experience more seamless. So since that is what I enjoy doing, I wake up every day looking forward to doing that. So there are parts of the job that are tough. I'm not saying you should ignore them because definitely you're going to go and meet them, but find parts of things you have to do or things you do from day to day. Find the parts of those things that you like and basically hold on to that as your anchor so you can keep showing up every day. The next tip is to learn to take up space. So this is similar to trying to have those difficult conversations, but too many people tend to settle for situations they are not happy with because they do not know that, okay, they are deserving of specific things. put emphasis on the fact that what is yours, and that is non-negotiable. And the only way you can do that is if you learn to take up space, like open your mouth and talk or communicate that, okay, this is what I want, this is what works for me, this is what serves me, and this is what you're bringing. I do not like that. I do not roll that way. You get? So, learn to take up space. I mean, in this life, you come and you go. You cannot spend an entire life being unhappy. What's the word? Is it pandering? That's the word. Pandering to people's set role for you to play, when there's a whole lot of discovery to be made about who you are, what you are, the things that make you happy, your substance, your purpose in life. Because if you do not fight for yourself, if you do not stand and say, okay, this is what I deserve, I'm not taking anything less, nobody will do it for you. There are people who will definitely want to fight for you if they say that, okay, you're not the type of person to insist on what is yours. But you're not going to always have people there that would fight for you. You're going to have to learn to fight for yourself and speak up for yourself sooner or later. Now we're down to the last 3 lessons, and they're actually, I feel like these are even like, they are my favorites at the end of the day. These last 3 are personal for me. So first of all, laugh. Life is miserable enough. Me, I like to laugh. I like people who make me laugh. I like to laugh. Life is miserable enough. So find things that make you happy. Find people that make you happy, that make you smile, that make your soul glow. The next tip is to love, because what is life without butterflies in your belly and the sense of comfort you feel when you see the ones you love? It's not necessarily love, maybe romantic love. You can love your friends, you can love your family. You can just ensure you do not pass through this life without experiencing genuine love. At least once is totally worth it. If you're doing romantic love and they break your heart, we chop the breakfast, whether it's hot or it's cold, but then I swear the whole experience is totally worth it, honestly. Then last but not the least, live. Live. And I don't know how to explain this, like how to expand on this, but what I'm just going to say is, when you leave a place, when you leave people, when when you've left a place, let people there be able to say, let me use myself now, Ini was here. Let people say the experience. You do not fade into the background, because you can have people who will take inventory of their life, people that they'll take inventory of their life, and you see that you're like a side note there. You don't have to be a main character in everybody's story, but I will still put emphasis on the fact that you really need to live your life. Go out, chase your dreams, set goals, smash them, fall in love, chop breakfast, cry, wake up, go to work. Experience it all, honestly, because you only live once. There's only one life you get to live. And at the end of the day, do you want to sit down and, take a deep breath and say, yeah, I really lived. I'm not saying you should go and live now, do wild things and do things that you would regret in future. All I'm saying is learn to be present in the moment. Don't live your life, like I said, don't in the background. No. You are the main character in your own life. So pick a role that is befitting of main character. I mean, I like to identify as a villain in my life. So if you're the hero in your own life, that's cool. Just make sure you live this life to the fullest, my brother man and my sister woman. Anyways, I dance because I'm happy, and I'm happy because we're done with the 22 lessons series. Now all of you can rest. You can now rest from these 22 that have been screaming in your ears since. If you're here to this point, I'm going to say for like the 100th time, thank you very much. Thank you for listening till this point. As always, when we round up, I will tell you, I'm not telling you, see me having pride. I'm not telling, I'm begging. Ask around, I don't have shame, so me I will beg. Please share this podcast with friends. You can follow us on social media platforms. You can follow us on wherever you listen to podcasts on. So whenever there's a new episode, you get notified and you'll be told that Panta chill. don't drop something new, update day, you get. So yeah, I think that's basically it. As always, I want thoughts, I want opinions, especially because because of this 22 lesson series, I want to hear what you think. I want to know if you learned anything new, if you learned anything different. I want to know if there's something here that you feel that okay, it touched you, or it could have touched that your friend or somebody you know that needs to hear that. If that did happen for you, if that happened for you or for someone you know, please let me know as well. Also, if there's something you would like, I think it's too early to ask this of you, but if there's anything you would want to hear on the podcast, like you want to be spoken about, just let me know. Let us know. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We're here to cater to you actually, because the fact that you listen keeps me going actually. That being said, I think we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you once again for listening. Bye.